Hello again, and welcome to Equine Advocates video tour. This is our latest installment. Last week we were with the mules at Comedy Central, and I said that this week we'd be seeing the other mules that we have in a section of the sanctuary, which we call Mule Town, and this is probably the largest pasture area that we have on the property. I'm standing here with Gomez, and he has been here. He was born in 2001, and he came here with Gizmo. They are the offspring of Dolly and Queen, who I know you all are probably familiar with. They are Queen is a Clydesdale, and Dolly is a Percheron. So when we rescued them, these two guys that became the two biggest mules, they grew to be the two biggest mules we have. They were nursing at their sides. So the other thing that's interesting about Gizmo and Gomez, or I should say Gomez and Gizmo, is that they are the only mules we have who have never been rescued. We rescued their mothers. So these guys just came to the sanctuary when they were foals. You can see how big they are, or how small I am, whichever way. But they are characters. I'm standing here with Gizmo, who came here at the same time with Gomez, and they were born just about a month apart, and they are like brothers. They've never been separated. His mother is Queen Clydesdale, and as I mentioned, Gomez's mom is Dolly. And these are the two largest mules we have. It's really nice to be able to have animals here who were never abused, because 95% of the animals we have here had to be rescued from terrible situations. Luckily, we got them when they were still babies, and so this is what you have when you have an animal that hasn't been abused like so many of the others that are here. This is Mike, the mule, and I rescued him in western Pennsylvania. He's about 23 years old now. He was an Amish work mule, and what happened was he had sustained an injury behind and was about to go to the slaughter auction, so I just bought him privately from the Amish. He's a really sweet guy, and I think one of the reasons animals in this section live so long, we had a mule that lived to 30 when she passed away. I think they just do so well out here because they just have so much room, and they can just come and go as they please, which is how all equines should live. But because these guys, for the most part, are really large, having all this property really benefits them. This is Pepper, and she is the oldest mule at Mule Town. She's 28 years old. I rescued her along with 4 other mules at an Amish dispersal sale in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania back in 1999. There were, as I said, there were 5. 3 of them have since passed away, and one of them was Jewel, who passed away when she was 30 years old. So it seems like the mules that live out here live a long life. Pepper is one of the kindest animals on the property. She's just as sweet as could be, and we all adore her. So Ginny is standing in a stall together with Gomez just because they feel like doing that. Ginny is the only horse on Mule Town, and she is also the smallest equine here, but she's also the boss. And one of the reasons for that could be that because mules are crosses between female horses and male donkeys, they kind of defer to horses because horses were their mothers. At least that's our theory about why she is the most dominant equine at Mule Town. We rescued Ginny back in, it was around early 2000s. She's in her mid to late 20s. And I rescued her from the Amish. She had been an Amish buggy horse, and prior to that she'd been a standardbred racehorse, which is sadly the fate of so many standardbreds. They become Amish or Mennonite buggy horses, and many of them end up going to slaughter, which is where she was going had we not rescued her at that time. Mule Town is about a little over 12 acres, and it's quite expansive, and it's perfect terrain for mules. At any rate, these mules that are here came here in a group. As I had mentioned, they had been boarded in Pennsylvania, so that when we got this property, they all could come here, and it's really one of the prettiest areas at the sanctuary. This is the barn area for Mule Town, and we have quite an expansive catch area. It's bigger than any of the other catch areas we have that leads into the pasture that is about 12 acres. And we really am proud of the setup here, and the animals seem to love it as well.